Our purpose in this video is to discuss the Schoology expectations for grades DK through 5, specifically the first expectation, the calendar. The calendar is optional for DK through 1, but it's mandatory for grades 2 through 5 to have homework posted daily or weekly. So let's take a look at how to do that. First, you want to go to your Schoology page and select the course that you are communicating in. When you do this, you will see on the right-hand side any of the upcoming items that you have already added to your calendar will show up here with the date. You will also have an Add Event option here. You can also do the exact same thing with this Add Event tab when you go onto your calendar. So when you go onto your calendar, you'll see that when you float above a date, the plus sign shows up. That plus sign is the exact same thing as this Add Event option here. So I'm going to add an event. Create Event page comes up with the start date that I selected on the calendar. A nice feature is an end date time for things that are long term. So if I have an assignment or a project that is a long term, that's going to take a few days, I can add an end time and it will show up on the calendar covering those specific dates. We want to give this a title. We might want to describe it a little bit. We can also use the features up here in the toolbar to insert some content. Might be an image or a link. You might also have videos that you want to attach to that, maybe instructional videos or different videos that you think would be helpful, or maybe even something that you want them to respond to in their assignment. You can also attach items through the bottom toolbar. This is the file attachment that will lead you to your different drives. This is a link. Once again, you might have a link to a helpful resource. This is where you can add resources from your own personal resource collection or even those created by other people in your district. Or you might even want to add an audio or a video recording so that all of your instructions that you've given will be captured forever. Then we simply create by pressing create. I want to show you a couple other options first. RSVP, you might want them to show that they've been to this event to take a look at it. Not been to, but have seen it, and maybe you want them to RSVP to something to say that they've seen it, or maybe you have created an event that you want them to RSVP to. You also have an option down here to comment, have the kids or parents be able to comment. I typically leave this off just because I don't want to manage the comments that are attached to events. You may also add, if you have more than one course, you might also add, if it's an assignment you want to add to more than one course, you can type in another course here and you can create an event for more than one course at one time. So I'm going to create that event and you'll see that it shows up here nicely on my calendar. Now, if I decide that that wasn't enough time to get the project done, I can go to the end of that time period and I can extend it by dragging it. I can also change when that started by picking it up and dragging and dropping to a different date to show my parents when it actually started. I can make that time shorter simply by adjusting, or you can go in here, you can edit your item here and change these different dates and parts that you've created. If you want to delete something on your calendar, don't edit it. You have to actually go in and view the item. And over on the right-hand side, you'll see the settings option that allows you to edit or delete that. So this is what the kids will see when they go in to see what you've put in for that specific item. Now, once that is created, you also have the capability of seeing everything that you have coming up in every course you belong to or are a part of by going back to that home page. The calendar on this home page will house everything from every course or group that you belong to. So you'll see here that I have 18 calendars that are all separate. I'm not the admin on all of them, but it will show everything that's on every one of those here. So those are the different pieces of the calendar that you might be using this year. Remember that it is communication for both the students and the teachers, and it is a helpful resource to keep all of us organized as well.